Welcome to the Water Meditation and Consciousness Experiment with the Water Peace Project. Together we are connecting through water for peace, a journey through water and your heart. Water holds the answers to all of our questions. Who are we? Where did we come from? And why are we here? For today's session, we will be reflecting on the words from Dr. Emoto from his book, The Miracle of Water. Let's begin with a powerful clearing with the Ho'oponopono prayer. Please connect with your sincere heart and join in resonance by repeating 3 times. Water, I am sorry. Water, please forgive me. Water, I thank you. Water, I love you. Water, I am sorry. Water, please forgive me. Water, I thank you. Water, I love you. Water, I am sorry. Water, please forgive me. Water, I thank you. Water, I love you. We only have one Mother Water. Please connect to your sincere heart and direct your sincere love and gratitude to all water. Chapter 7. Love and Gratitude in Saving the World. Free energy, 1 measure of love and 2 measures of gratitude. Let me explain how we can improve the water outside of our bodies through the power of crystals of love and gratitude. As I mentioned previously, the act of improving the water within our bodies is at the same time the act of improving the water that covers our planet. So, if you love and appreciate the water inside yourself, you can help improve the water of the world. When we consider water atoms, then we can easily see the role that water plays on our planet. Water has 2 hydrogen atoms and 1 oxygen atom. In other words, H2O. Whenever I consider this chemical formula for water, I cannot help but think of the relationship between love and gratitude, with love being oxygen and gratitude being hydrogen. There can be no flame without oxygen, and without flame there can be no heat. And without oxygen, life would come to a quick end. So, without love or oxygen, the continuation of life would not be possible. When on the receiving end of love, an extra dose of gratitude is always appropriate. In response to 1 part love, 2 parts gratitude forms the balance of life. When it comes to energy, the structure of 1 part love and 2 parts gratitude creates a type of free energy. Let me explain. Let's say that I try to tell something to someone. If the other person resonates or gains an understanding of what I am trying to say, then his or her heart will be stirred and the person will begin to vibrate. And when that happens, they will be open to receiving love at a deep level. The vibration from that person will spread to others as the receiver of the vibration of love becomes the giver of the vibration of love. Another way of saying this is that one part love becomes two parts of vibration, and this is the basic concept of vibration. But that is not the end of free energy. Free energy spreads out and the vibration goes on and on. I recently had an interesting experience that illustrates this. On February 6th, 2005, I started a lecture tour that would take me from Santa Monica, California, to Hawaii. 2 days before the first seminar, only about half of the tickets had been sold. But on the day of the seminar, the tickets started to sell. We soon realized that many or more people wanted to come than what we had planned on. What caused this? It was the energy of a few individuals widening and spreading to others. The result was a sold-out event, with many in the audience experiencing love and gratitude when it had been initiated by just a handful. Water as a divine messenger. As we already know, water responds with beautiful crystals when we expose it to positive words, and the opposite is true as well. But let's take a closer look at the mechanism from a different perspective. To understand the complex nature of the existence of our universe and our own existence in that universe, we need a model in order to make any progress. My model consists of 4 parts: the creator, vibration; water, messenger; crystals, blueprint; and phenomenon, matter and physical bodies. Water crystals can be described as little blueprints for the design of our world. We can also make the assumption that when the Creator set about to create this universe, the first project was the creation of water, the messenger, if you will, needed to deliver the architect's intention. The next question is, what is intention? I like to think that it is love and gratitude. I believe that before the universe was created, there was first a concept, a prelude to conception, that could be described as a concept of love and gratitude. And perhaps this is why these 2 words create crystals more beautiful than any others. Now let's look at the role water plays in the delivery of this intention. The ancient Greek philosopher Thales said that water is the basic building block of all matter. It's hard to disagree with this, but I'd like to express this concept in a slightly different way, while risking the possibility that some might find my description a little too religious for their tastes. Of all the Creator's creations, water is unique. It is a type of conductor that can link the various dimensions of creation. Extending this metaphor, we can say that half of the body is in this third dimensional world, and half is in a higher dimension. The Creator, also being in a higher dimension, is a being of matter and light that vibrates at an inconceivably fast rate. And when you think about it in that way, it shouldn't be hard to consider this divine being as the sun or the light of the world who created this world in order for us to have a place where we would be able to grow and develop to prepare for a higher dimension. The Creator saw that a physical body would facilitate this process of growth and development, and so water, entrusted with divine intention, was set down, and it materialized into the first crystal. And then another crystal was formed, and then another, until intention formed life in all the diversity we know today. So, Thales did get it right when he said that all comes from water, but perhaps I'd like to say that water is the messenger of intention from the source of all existence. Understanding this helps you see how words can affect the formation of water. When we show a word to the water, the divine messenger, if the word is a word of the divine, then the water will respond with a yes, or beautiful crystal. And if not, the response is a no, or deformed crystal. However, in the last few decades, we have been facing a serious problem that threatens the underpinnings of the model I have described. The speed at which technology has developed in recent years has had results that are negative and against the natural and divine laws given to us. Harmful and destructive words, the harmonizing with electronic devices, and our disassociation with nature all threaten to disrupt the balance needed to maintain our planet and our existence on it. The corruption of words has become the corruption of country, the corruption of our planet, and perhaps worst of all, the corruption of our souls. Stemming the tide of negativity. If love and gratitude retreat from the world, they will be replaced by negative vibration. In this age, the weakening of love and gratitude in one part of the world can become the cause for wars wars and disasters on the other side of the planet. The decline of love and gratitude takes place in war zones like the Middle East, but it reaches beyond the battlefield and makes the "I'm the only one who matters" belief the norm of our age. The decay within the soul seeps out to disrupt the world in ways we can hardly imagine or understand. And water, the mirror of the soul, the messenger of the Creator, feels this and knows all. And this includes the imbalance that prevails all around us. Water forms the world we live in and the universe the world exists in, creating a cosmic soup, if you will. Air, atmosphere, and light are all water in one form or another, but water all the same. Starting from the outer core of our planet to the very center, each layer contains water in either large or small amounts, and that pretty much alone is what accounts for their differences. Since water permeates our entire planet and everything on it, the water of the world cannot help but reflect the decline that takes place within a human soul, as revealed by the formation of beautiful crystals and not so beautiful crystals. The people who lived on Earth for millions of years in a balanced relationship with water now worship power, profit, and self-interest. And none of this goes on without being noticed by water. The natural disasters in the world may actually be a little less natural and a little more man-made than we care to think. I realize that convincing a geologist of the relationship between what goes on in your heart and what goes on under the ground is no easy task. But that doesn't stop me from believing that the natural disasters of our age may be nothing more than the building of pressure within your heart rather than between continental plates. Human consciousness and disasters. You don't have to go back far in history to find a time when the human population on the planet was smaller than it is now. On the first day of the Christian era, 1 AD, the population is estimated to have been about 2 million people, and the figure rose gradually and steadily until 1900, when it reached 1.5 billion. And then from 1900 to 2000, the population exploded reaching and exceeding 6 billion. When people were still rare on the planet, the effect of the consciousness of a single person on the water of the earth was probably insignificant. But as the population expanded, perhaps starting from around 1850, when the population exceeded a billion, the negative and evil consciousness of humankind began to be reflected in natural disasters around the planet. Now, with the population exceeding 6.5 billion, perhaps we should not be so surprised by all the fighting and wars going on around us. If 6.5 billion people continue to think the way they do now, we'll be lucky if the planet lasts another 20 years. The risks our planet faces are not only of the sudden kind. The environment of our planet is moving closer to a planet-wide crisis that is fast approaching the point of no return. Heat is vibration. You probably already know that heat results when atoms vibrate, and that explains how a microwave oven is able to create a sudden burst of heat. What will happen as the temperature of the planet increases at the current rate? After the temperature rises an average of 2 degrees centigrade, life will still be sustainable. But if it goes up 2 more degrees, the Earth will no longer be able to provide the environment and food necessary to sustain human life. It's said the planet's temperature has already risen 2 degrees in the last 100 years, causing massive melting at the North and South Poles. And it's now expected that the temperature will rise 3 degrees in the coming 100 years. Think about your own body's temperature, especially how you feel when you have a fever. There's not an exact parallel between the planet and the human body, but if the planet's temperature does rise as expected, then we will all be living on a very sick planet indeed. Ourselves and our planet both require stable vibration in order to survive. I try my best to keep love and gratitude in my heart and to share positive vibration with those around me. I hope that you have been inspired by this book and will join me. This is where we will end the reading for today, The Miracle of Water by Dr. Emoto. Thank you for taking this journey with us. To learn more about the Water Peace Project's live consciousness experiments and other events, please visit thewaterpeaceproject.org. Let us end today's session with the grand invocation in Japanese from Dr. Emoto, recorded in July of 2011. The grand invocation meaning in English: the internal power of the universe has gathered itself to create a world with true and grand harmony.
大断言、宇宙の無限の力が凝り凝って、誠の